comedians tonight. They're great. And give it up for Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, my worst nightmare came true the other day. I was in the library, and the person at the computer next to me pulled out some Funyuns and started eating them. Like, I'm a musician. I'm really sensitive to sound, and one of the sounds that I'm most sensitive to is crunching. And Funyuns are the worst kind of crunch. This was not a fast-lived scenario. She ate them really slowly. Like, if you're gonna, like, it was 43 minutes, I timed it. If you're gonna eat Funyuns, eat them fast. Like, you have some shame. This should be called Shamians, right? Shame is the first ingredient of Funyuns. They're 43% shame, 45% air, and a little bit of onion powder. I can't help but think that the reason I was so sensitive to the sounds was because I had too much coffee that day. My coffee addiction is getting so bad. Like, so bad that I've been going to Starbucks. I have a really love-hate relationship with Starbucks. Like, I go there and I ask for my coffee black. I like my coffee black because I'm a real man. When it comes to drinking coffee, at least. But I ask for my coffee black, and they fill it up, like, right to the top. And it, like, just touches, it burns up, and it bursts up and out of the thing and touches my hand. And it burns them. Like, I asked for no room for cream, and you gave me no room for error. So it's burning my hand now. Like, why is it so hot anyway? Like, you do realize I bought this coffee so I could drink it now, right? I'm sorry, did you think I bought this coffee so I, like, just in case I needed to ward off an angry stray dog later? It's too hot. And it's burning my hand. And it's melting my cake pop. I had a run-in with a social butterfly the other day at the party. You know, like, these people that, like, they can't possibly understand why you would ever leave a party early. And I was on my way out. I was trying to do an Irish goodbye and just sneak out. And they saw me, and I told them that I was leaving. That was a big mistake. But they were like, "Why are you leaving, bro? Party it up." Because I have to get up early in the morning. They were like, "So do I." So now the situation, like, thickens. So I'm like, I had to get up early as well this morning. So did I. Damn it. I'm sad, okay? I didn't want to tell you the truth, but I'm sad. Right before I came to this party, I watched a documentary on Hiroshima. Started the night off right. And then I got here and I overdrank because I thought it would help me relate to people. Boy, was I wrong. And then I got real thirsty. But I didn't want to go into the kitchen because I thought all the people could smell the Hiroshima on me. So I went into the bathroom and I drank from the bathroom sink. No, I didn't drink directly from the faucet, I cupped it. I'm not that sad. It just sucks being, like, sad or depressed in an environment that's happy. Juxtaposing that is really weird. I was on the max the other day. It was one of those kind of like anxiety days, like panic attack days. And when I'm in a situation like that, as a coping mechanism, I count as many things, like I count red things. Like, I just look for red things and I count them. So on that day I was at about 67. And I'm just looking down, like hoping that nothing calls attention to how sad I am. And then out of the corner of my ear I hear someone from the back say, "We've got a special boy here today. Little Brian's turning 5. Oh no, not now. So I just look down, but eventually I look up because I want to be in a place that I juxtapose a little less.
Oh my gosh.
And like, I look up and everyone's singing around me, and then the worst thing happens. I accidentally make eye contact with little Brian. The whole world was ahead of him. And now there's nothing he can do. He sees my sad adult eyes. There's no dinosaur cake in the world that could bring him back. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if your dreams were turned into a movie trailer? Coming this evening, from the minds that brought you, there's a monster chasing me through the abandoned corridors of an old abandoned warehouse. Comes a story so captivating it will leave you wondering, do I need therapy? Starring the woman you lost your virginity to, your childhood miniature schnauzer, and Brad Pitt. Coming this evening, repressed fecal trauma. Oh, so I'm a married man, and like everything that I've learned, okay, so I'm married, and I've been slowly realizing that everything I've learned, like on television and movies about true love, is completely wrong, and for good reason. Like if they made a movie about true love, it would be like two people making cat sounds at each other for 30 seconds. Followed by more cat sounds. Followed by the most ridiculous argument you've ever heard. Followed by more cat sounds. It would be disgusting. Another thing that I've learned about marriage is that it's made me kind of incapable at other kinds of like relationships. Like meeting new people. Not because, like, my wife takes away my free time, but because, like, I'm used to talking to someone that I know implicitly, that knows everything about me. And so, like, when I meet someone new, an acquaintance, like, small talk is out the window. Like, if I'm talking to someone that I've never met, and they say, "How was your day?" Like, it takes everything in me not to be like, "It was bad. I was thinking about death all day." Meow. So gender roles are pretty rigid, right? They're really rigid. Which sucks for me because, like, when I look at gender roles and I look at, like, what makes, like, a Susie homemaker, I fit that bill completely. Do you know what I did yesterday with my afternoon? Like, I prepared dinner for me and my wife, and I made it just right, and I spent all afternoon on it, and I timed it so it would be plated the moment she walked in the door. I made drinks and put them in the freezer so I could pull them out right when she walked in the door, like, "Honey, look what I made you, meow." And I did all this while listening to Bollywood jams by Putumayo. I was like one hot yoga session away from being a housewife that lives in the Pearl District. I'll leave you with this. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he called himself, like, OCD, and I don't like it when that happens. Because when people call themselves OCD, they're usually not talking about a compulsion. They're usually talking about something that's just a little mundane. And I don't have OCD either, but I have some compulsions that come from other shit. And so when people say they have OCD, I get a little excited. And so when this guy said he had OCD, I was like, "Hey, yeah, what do you do? What do you do?" was like, oh, I just like to, make sure that my bed is clean. Oh. So it's not like that you check every faucet and light switch before you leave the house while counting to 7? No, nothing like that. Oh, and you didn't recently realize that you do this because when you were a child, you saw an episode of Rescue 911? Like one of the house fire episodes? No, nothing like that. Oh, and you didn't recently realize through therapy that the reason you do this is because, the reason that you count to 7 is because 9 minus 1 minus 1 equals 7? No! Oh. Well, I'm not like a psychotherapist or a doctor, but it doesn't sound like you have OCD at all. It sounds like you're just OCD curious. My name is Stauffer. Thank you very much.